I think the thing that stands out the most to me is really her intelligence. When you think she graduated from here, Phi Beta Kappa, NCAA postgraduate scholarship to do her PhD. She was named the Haynes National Volleyball Player of the Year, which is an academic and athletic award. So I think overall, you got to look at her intelligence and the things that she accomplished when she was here as a student. I went to watch teams play out in California because at that point most of our kids were from Southern California. And on my list it said, I'm looking for a middle blocker with good grades. So Anna Agbe-Davies, good grades, middle blocker. I went to this gym and I was like, oh my gosh, she's very tall because she's 6'3". And then she got ready to play the first time and she put her arms out like this and it was like she could practically touch both of the antennas without even moving. It was funny because she really kind of looked like a baby giraffe at that time. She was 16. She was super tall. And so, her development wasn't quite there physically. And yet her intensity, she never gave up on a ball. She always, pursued. So, yeah, I was struck by her the very first time I laid eyes on her in a court. And I said, oh my gosh, we got to have that kid here. Her sophomore, junior, and senior years, she worked so hard that she became the most dominating blocker we have had in the history of the program. So when you think about her development, my gosh, she came to school here 30 years ago. She still holds every single blocking record in the history of the program. Block solo, block assist, total blocks, and blocks per set. Some of those records I don't think will ever fall. So you have to look at the development that was phenomenal as an athlete. And of course, she participated on some of the best teams that we ever had. We only lost one conference match in the time that she was on our team, and we won 3 conference championships. So you got to say she was a huge part of sort of the best years of our program. A great tragedy occurred when Anna was here, and during her sophomore year, her mother tragically passed away of a very brief illness, and Anna, really was home for a couple of weeks, and then there was the funeral, and all of us fully thought that, at best, maybe she would come back for her next year in the fall, but we all assumed she would take the semester off. But she didn't. She and her mom discussed it, and she told me that her mother wanted her to come back and to finish her schoolwork and to do what they had set out to do originally. So she came back to school, and the end of the semester, she had a 4.0 that semester, which is an incredible achievement when you think of the fortitude and the drive and the loyalty to her mother that required. Anna Sophia Agbe-Davies, congratulations on your well-earned induction into the William & Mary Athletics Hall of Fame. We're so proud of you.
Thank you for this incredible honor. Thank you for welcoming me back home to Williamsburg. I've been reflecting a lot on the path that brought me here and the places that I've gone since I played volleyball for Debbie Hill. And I can't imagine what my life would be like if I hadn't come here to William & Mary. Thank God she saw me in that gym. Thank God she saw past the limitations in my training and saw the potential that she brought out in me as a player. I hear those records, and I don't even remember any of that. Honestly, I swear to God, none of that made an impression on me. I was playing for my teammates. I was playing with my teammates. That's all I remember. I remember the games. I remember how much we loved each other. I remember the community that I was a part of. I remember how Debbie took care of me, when I really needed it. And she, in partnership with the man for whom this building is named, right, looked out for me, made sure I Didn't have to talk to my professors about what that was like. Didn't have to ask for help. They just smoothed the way for me and took care of me. And that's the kind of place this is. That's what I remember about my time here at William & Mary. That's what I try to do now in my own professional life. I'm a faculty member at UNC Chapel Hill, and there's a real special part in my heart for our student athletes, and I try to do what I can to give them the sense of community that I've had here. I'm so grateful for this honor. I'm so grateful for the opportunities that I've had here. This is really, really a very special moment for me. Thanks for being here to celebrate with me.